She leaned close, brushed her lips against my cheek, and said, "Love," grabbed a nice champagne from the cellar. It was the way she said nice. Too relaxed, too polished. Almost like a line from a play. Laughter drifted down from upstairs. Her father's retirement party was in full swing. Glasses clinked, compliments floated, futures felt staged. I headed down the stairs like I had 100 times before, but something felt off. The cellar was colder than I remembered, and there, sitting atop a crate labeled 98 Brunello, was an envelope, my name typed neatly on the front, sealed. Inside, a termination letter. No warning, no meeting, just a board signature and my final check. A sticky note was attached to the top. The board voted. "You're fired." No smiley face. No explanation. Just that. I looked up. A thin grate in the ceiling let in a sliver of light and sound. They were laughing, toasting. I heard her voice, my wife's voice, ring out. "To new beginnings," she said. That's when I made the call. One number. No hesitation. And then I walked out of the house like it was already in ruins. The next morning, 38 missed calls, all from the corporate attorney. 3 days went by before she returned. 3 days of silence. No apology. No reaction. Just the faint thud of her purse hitting the marble counter like nothing had changed. She poured herself a drink. My whiskey was waiting on the couch, untouched, like the past few days hadn't happened. I told them it wasn't personal. She said it was just business. Strategy. She never looked up when she said it. Didn't have to. The truth wasn't in her words. It was in how easily they came. That night, she touched me like I was someone she barely knew. No heat. No shame. Her phone buzzed once. Screen down. She didn't reach for it. But I saw the name. Alden. Her father's CFO. Now the interim CEO. His wife had died 2 years ago. Car crash. No children. No witnesses. That night, I watched her sleep. And for the first time in 8 years, I really saw her. The betrayal wasn't just about losing the job. It wasn't just the blade in my back. It was how long she'd been twisting it, smiling while she did it. I started with the phone, cloned her SIM card. Simple enough. Most of the messages were gone, but the backups weren't. Texts, photos, weeks of them, months. Nothing explicit, just private, quietly intimate. The kind of tenderness she hadn't shown me in years. He called her my reason. She called him home. I stopped sleeping. Barely ate. I started showing up. Meetings I wasn't invited to. Dinners I wasn't expected at. Silent. Watching. Smiling like a ghost in a tailored suit. I picked up on her tells. The flick of her thumb when she lied. How she glanced at her phone before answering a question she already had the answer to. I found old receipts. Hotel rooms billed to the company. Collected DNA swabs from mugs around the house. Not because I thought we had children, but because I needed proof with sharp edges. 3 days later, the results came back. I'd been sterile all my life. I remembered the miscarriage she'd had 2 years ago. I remembered her sobs. They weren't from grief. They were from guilt. I placed the test results on her desk. No note, no preamble, just a page. She saw it after her morning run. Still sweating, still playing pretend. I watched from the kitchen. She didn't see me at first. Her face shifted, confusion, then color draining, then stillness. No tears, no yelling. She just sat there, frozen. Eventually, she walked into the kitchen, wordless. I handed her a second envelope. The messages, the photos, the receipts. Then I said, "I know. That's all. Final." Her expression shattered. Not into tears. Those come from sorrow. This was different. This was exposure. That's what broke her. 2 days later, I stepped into the boardroom. 12 of them sat around the table, Alden included. He smirked when he saw me, confident. That vanished when I slid a USB drive across the polished surface. A courtesy, I said. Inside, every message, every document, every shell account. Alden's offshores. Her falsified invoices. The board took less than 10 minutes to remove him. As for her, she was in the room, but by lunchtime, the wreckage would be hers to handle. I didn't yell, didn't celebrate, just turned and walked out. The silence behind me was louder than any applause. She called once. I let it ring. Then I blocked her, not because I hated her, but because there was nothing left worth saying. She set fire to the house thinking I'd burn with it. What she didn't know was I'd already stepped outside. The thing about betrayal, it only works once. After that, it's all arithmetic. No rage, no sorrow, just subtraction. The only thing I kept was the champagne. Unopened, still in the cellar, still waiting.